It is 6:59. We would invite all who would care to join us in standing with a recitation of the Lord's Prayer, followed by a moment of silence. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. It is now 7 o'clock. Shelby City Council meeting is called to order. Please remain standing for a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Be seated, please. Roll call, please, Mr. Crump.
Mr. Robb. Here. Mr. Roberts. Here. Mr. Cutlet. Here. Mr. Martin.
Present.
Mr. McLaughlin. Here.
I will now entertain a motion to dispense with the reading of the journal from December the 1st, 2025.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Roberts and a second by Mr. Martin to dispense with the reading of the journal from December the 1st, 2025. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Robb. Yay. Mr. Roberts. Yay. Mr. Cutlet. Yay. Mr. Martin.
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin. Yay.
That motion passes. Now comes the time for public comment. If anyone has any public comment to make before council, you may proceed to the podium, state your name and address, and make your comment. Hearing none and seeing none, if it be council's pleasure, I'd like to move forward to the proclamation under the mayor's report and Mr. Martin.
Mayor, I move to suspend the rules and move the proclamation up before the reports.
We have a motion on Mr. Martin, second by Mr. McLaughlin to suspend the rules and move the mayor's report and proclamation earlier on the agenda. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Robb.
Yay.
Mr. Roberts. Yay. Mr. Cutlet.
Yay.
Mr. Martin.
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin. Yay.
That motion passes. Well, I do want to make this proclamation. I look forward to this for some time. Before I read the proclamation, and thanks so much for taking time out of your busy schedules, and I think everybody's kind of resting up and getting healed up and getting back to normal after a tremendous season. And Coach Mahaney, thank you to other coaching staff members that will be here tonight. Thank you for doing that. It has been a personal joy of mine and Miss Sonia, the First Lady of Shelby, to follow this team all year long. And I've been part of that group up there in the stands. They've been hooping and hollering and clapping and stomping feet and waving red towels and giving the referees grief when it comes time for that and questioning the calls of the coaches when it comes time for that. All that goes in that territory of being a Shelby Whippet fan. But it has been such a pure delight, and this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience for any mayor of the city of Shelby. So thank you for a season that I'll never forget. And we've got a proclamation I'm going to deliver here, and I hope each one of you can take one of these home, and moms or dads or somebody be putting some scrapbooks together. Probably you don't even think about graduation yet, do you? But at that graduation party, hopefully this might be on display that you were part of an historic, truly historic Shelby Whippet football team, and it's been my pure delight to be a part of the fan base for that. Escorts out of town and welcoming back in town. Weren't those things something? I hope you guys could enjoy. Maybe through that big old bus, you couldn't see out the window so much, but in the school buses, I mean, people hanging out and high-fiving all that stuff, and it was just tremendous. So gentlemen, if you don't mind, I would like to have you come up here because we do have cameras here, and this is a live meeting, and this will be archived. So if you could come up here, and council members, if you slide over maybe by the, over by the jury box over there. And the gentlemen, if you'll just come up here, and I want to deliver this proclamation. And Mr. Bush is taking my reading podium for me. Just go on up here, gentlemen. Yeah, just line up here, maybe 2 or 3 rows of it.
Steve, while they're coming up here, now, what school did you play football for?
Mighty Madison back in the day.
Mayor, do you want this?
Yeah, if I could, please. Thank you. And I even survived the trip with Sergeant Bushy to the game back and forth, didn't I?
Sydney, yeah.
Yeah, we did. We had to go down to Sydney.
Oh, we were actually just going to dinner at Clancy's.
Yeah, we went to Clancy's.
There happened to be a football game down there.
What a joy, gentlemen. Let me deliver this on behalf. Oh, would you hand me my glasses? Thank you. All right, appreciate that. Like a referee needs his glasses. All right, here we go. This is a proclamation of recognition and congratulations to the 2025 Shelby Senior High School football team. Of course, these are senior representatives and our coach, Coach Mahaney. Whereas the Shelby School District is widely recognized for its high standards in academics and athletics, and whereas both teachers and coaches nurture the growth and development of all students under their tutelage, and whereas the Shelby coaches and student athletes that participated in this year's football campaign took this program to stratospheric level heretofore unknown in the legendary history of the sport in Shelby. And whereas this outstanding team has completed a truly incredible season, achieving significant milestones. A stellar 14-1 record, the most single season wins by a Whippet team ever, claiming yet another MOAC championship, a first ever state championship game appearance, and then of course in program history, and becoming the state runner-up in Division 4. And whereas their success on the field reflects the outstanding leadership, commitment, and high standards set by the coaching staff, and the support of the school administration and faculty, staff, families, and loyal Whippet fans. And whereas the conduct of these young men on and off the field brought honor and jubilation to the city of Shelby and will be documented as an unforgettable chapter in its storied history. Now therefore I, Stephen L. Shagg, Mayor of the City of Shelby, Ohio, on behalf of the entire City Council and all residents of this community, do hereby officially recognize and heartily congratulate the 2025 Shelby Senior High School football team upon their extraordinary season and historical achievements. And further, I encourage all citizens to join in celebrating the team's success and recognizing their hard work and positive representation of the city of Shelby. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the city of Shelby to be affixed this 15th day of December 2025 in the year of our Lord, Stephen L. Shagg, Mayor of the City of Shelby. Gentlemen, a job well done. I'll present this copy to Coach Mahaney. And Coach, again, thank you so much for doing it the right way. And we talked about core values. You don't know about the core values. I live by those too. And Coach, we all love this guy and we love each other. And so appreciative of you, the way you did this and the way you conducted yourself on and off the field as well. So you want to say a few words of acceptance?
Yeah, I get to be the guy to speak, but this is obviously, a team, a family, a brotherhood, as we like to call each other, and we're really thankful to the mayor and to the city council, and to this great community that we live in. You talk about the rise out of town and the officers and all those kind of things. I think, living it was awesome, but now to think back and to be able to reflect over the years, just how thankful we should be to live in this community and represent it. And we're extremely thankful for this and to be here and honored. And these are the seniors. There's some of them sick tonight, but these 18 seniors gave a lot to our program and to this community. So to have this tonight, I think it's pretty cool for them. So thank you, and yeah, God bless.
One more hand for this guy. Council, if you want to kind of flank in here somehow, some way.
Stand on the desk.
You take one around. Stand up on the desk. Yeah, there's the meeting.
No, it couldn't be.
Hello, Rob.
All right. Very good. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. Onward to the court. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Brad, you're staying for the whole thing? You're staying for the whole thing?
Anyone down to stay for just the normal meeting?
No, I didn't know where it was. Like, I drove around. Did you get one of these? Yeah. I drove around everywhere.
He doesn't know how to get into the place.
You know, the really amazing thing about the water is how much
I'm not gonna give you one.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thanks again, Coach. 100%.
Amazing.
Tremendous outpouring of support. All right. Well, let's get back to business at hand. I believe that would take us back then to reports from standing special committees. So I don't know how you follow that, Mr. McLaughlin, but you do your best, sir.
All right. Utility and Streets Committee met December 12th, 2025. I got a few items to.
Oh, how about let's go with Mr.
Skip that one.
Martin first. I said to McLaughlin.
Just for that, it's gonna be a super long report.
Martin,
Line by line.
good timer is running.
I just joking. No, but if we can go to the last sheet, we'll start with income tax collections to enter that into the record. After November, we're at about 5.8 million, which runs us ahead of schedule over the year of what was projected, with 480,000 coming in just in November, which is an increase year over year. One of our actual best Novembers on record. So all is pretty good and healthy on that end. And so what we're seeing now, and Mr. Crum alluded to this in the meeting, we're seeing the full weight of the income tax increase for the firefighter fund. So coming next year, those projections will be, I think, pretty locked in, keyed into that. So that is a good thing. If you go to the front page, the general fund is in a healthy place with a cash balance of 2.4 million, which is $402,000 above last year to date. But there was some insurance that is usually paid that, because of the way the calendar fell, wasn't paid until December. So that will kind of balance out a little bit. It'll still be a positive, but not quite to that degree with the final report coming. Everything else, no big notes going down the list. Hospitalization's in a healthy place too, but of course we know year-end stuff happens with hospitalization fund and all that kind of stuff. So interested to see how that will shake out. There was no Go to cash investment reconciliation. In the city treasury, it's $15,854,441.20, spread over all those accounts listed. So make sure that enter that. And of course, the Suda Roush Fund is in pretty good shape. We've cashed out a couple of the CDs and kind of adjusted that, but year over year, we're doing pretty good in the Suda Roush Fund as well. There was no personnel report, so a pretty short meeting, 17 minutes, I think, was a new record for the Personnel and Finance Committee. So that is my report. I think that's a personal record for Finance Committee report, about like 2 minutes and a half, so.
We like those kind of records.
Yeah. I didn't think there would be an objection to that, so. Mayor, with that, I move that the combined financial statement and cash investment reconciliation statement dated November 30th, 2025 be received, placed on file, and posted to the city website.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Martin and a second by Mr. McLaughlin that the combined financial statement and the cash investment reconciliation statement dated November 30th, 2025 be received, placed on file, and posted to the city website. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Rob? Yay. Mr. Roberts? Yay. Mr. Cutler?
Yay.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin?
Yay.
That motion passes. Thank you, Councilman McLaughlin. Are there any comments or questions? All right, here not. We'll move forward now to Utilities and Streets Committee. Councilman McLaughlin.
Thank you, Mayor. Utility and Streets Committee met December 12, 2025. First item, water service line identification continues. The water service lines identified in the city's water service line inventory database as lead, galvanized, or unknown. The water customer property owner must receive a written notice from the Public Water System/Shelby Utilities Office informing them of their water service line material. In 2025, Arcadis Engineering and Kelly Brothers have been active in identifying the service lines in Shelby since August by an EPA grant, approximately 450. Of the remaining 917 unknown service lines have been identified this year. Water service lines need to be identified and mapped on the city's GIS by the end of 2027. The city must develop an action plan to describe the lead and galvanized replacement program, and the city plan would be required to show a 10% change out per year over a 10-year period. Next item I'd like to discuss deals with the smokestack. So for a smokestack update, we've consulted with an architectural engineer to discuss the smokestack. There are 3 thoughts considering the smokestack. Thought 1, an architect presented a different perspective of the smokestack and light plant building, incorporating a design build that would develop a revitalized project for one/both structures, meaning the light plant building, which is the front half brick and mortar section, as well as the smokestack. Thought 2 is the engineering specifications designed for repurposing the structure, and thought 3 is the engineered demolition plans for the smokestack. So with that, there will be more to come at a later date. Next item, leaf pickup salting events. We still have some leaves to pick up, so we plan to pick up leaves if the weather permits, and the snow and ice will need to melt first. Salting events, there'll be 9 events so far this year, used 268 tons with an expense of $14,000 so far this year. The downtown decorative lamp posts have been wrapped with string lights. The lights are designed to be up year-round, not just for the holiday season. We have 58 lamp posts in the downtown district. This project was funded by donations from the Shelby Fraternal Order of the Eagles. So the city of Shelby Utilities likes to thank the FOE for their generous donation. And finally, the best testing. The additional BESS discharge charging testing was performed this week of the battery energy storage system. The testing was successful. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman McLaughlin. Are there any comments or questions for Mr. McLaughlin in regard to his report? Mr. Hinsman, speaking of that BESS, would you want to give maybe just a comment, just a brief overview of this morning? We did have a peak that we had to meet and how important BESS was and that.
Thank you, Mayor. This morning at hour 8, the BESS operated flawlessly. It operated at a little over 9 megawatt. We had paired that with our generators that were online, compared to our city's load. It operated very well. Was able to get the tiling down to less than 1 megawatt, which is going to be a substantial savings to the bills, to the a strong possibility the event today will stand as the peak. The peak would have to, on the AEP transmission side, it could operate from November 1st, November 1st, 2025 to October 31st, 2026. That's the 12-month window. So anytime in there, the transmission peak would hit. Looking at the load, with my longevity and experience, I'm thinking this is a strong possibility this is going to stick as this one CP, but there's no peak transmission. So that would be substantial savings.
And this battery energy storage system was key again to that.
Key.
So,
Yes.
Mr. Martin.
And just as a reminder, the reason we wanted to do this, Bess, is because of winter peaks. Winter peaks are killer. And, you know, a couple of years ago, we got kind of crushed with the winter peak. And so that's why we wanted to go to the best system, and already, you know, we're going to see tremendous
Yes.
savings from going to it. But the best system specifically helps us tremendously with winter peaks.
Hardest time to start a generator for sure.
Right. And they did run this morning very well
Yeah.
as well, so.
This is good too.
So it's just we'd like to mention it was a lot of hard work on the division of electricity in these weather, this type of weather. They worked hard with some communication yesterday evening, early this morning. They were in to operate these units. They were in cold, they were operating switchgear. So they did a fabulous job at helping the city save a lot of money.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Benson. All righty. Any other comments or questions? Move on to Safety Committee, Councilmember Roberts.
Thank you, sir. Safety Committee met on December 3rd. Start with fire news. And fire news, they have a manpower shortage currently. They're down to 2 men. And with the retirement of Captain Finnegan in January, I talked to him yesterday. He said, I think he said next Sunday is his last shift. They'll be down 3. So the civil service testing will did begin on the 5th of December. Will close on the 1st of the new year. And the goal is to have the new hires in by late January, early February, and transition to the national testing network, which the police department uses now, and they'll make it a faster process. So that would should be able to get the new hires in pretty quick. And they're going to update the job descriptions and have complete for fire chief, captains, and currently working with the mayor on firefighter job descriptions. Run volume is steady. They're on track for 2,100 runs for 25, and that's up from 2016 for 24. And they were going to sell, and I think we talked about this before, sell dive equipment. And the trailer, we've only got 1 diver with updated training, so it's really not useful anymore to us. Sheriff's Department, Willard will be utilized and should, if we need a dive team, so they have that. And he's also looking to apply for the Ohio Fire Marshal's Equipment Grant for up to $15,000. That's that for fire news. We move on to the health department news, and we only had 1 COVID case hospitalization in November. Hepatitis B, 1 case, hepatitis C, 2 cases, and a couple others. Blood pressure, blood sugar, and heart rate clinics will be at Marvin Memorial Library the first Friday of the month from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Park Village every Monday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. That's in the office or activity building. Shelby Senior Center scheduled for December 17th and 31st. And the YMCA every other Tuesday from 9:30 to 10:30. So those you can take advantage of those. Had some community clinics, 2 to 4 times a week, Healthy Corner articles for the health awareness topic of the month. And school nurse, Sacred Heart Catholic School, immunization records had been reviewed, follow up with parents, and reported to ODH, and have been completed. All right, moving on to the police news. The jail inspection was to be set for December 11th, and that was going to be conducted over the course of 2 days, and the administrator assisted with that. Justice Center has experienced a failure of both boilers that provide heat to the entire building. As a result, the jail has been closed by the jail administrator until further notice. That was on the 3rd of December, so I don't know if there's an update on that or not. But they've had some issues with this for, since 2021, they've had some power outage issues and stuff, and Chief is trying to be on that and trying to get all that stuff taken care of. So I'm sure there'll be a whole lot more to talk about after this. There's a reported potential issue of unintentional discharges with their current firearms. Their pistol platform is a 6-hour P320, and for some reason, all of a sudden, they're having some unintentional discharges. So he wants to change that out, get rid of those, because we just can't afford that. We can't have that going on in our police department. So Chief Combs is looking into figuring that out, trying to get some new pistol platforms for our officers. And then Dollar Tree, we contacted and said, hey, we've had some alarm issues, and we want to know how we pay for those. In our ordinances, we have if you go over so many false alarms, you got to start paying the city for us running out there. Well, all of a sudden, Dollar Tree calls up and says, hey, what do we owe you? So, it's still up in the air. I mean, we need to follow the ordinances, but do the ordinances need to be, so again, that's just an ongoing issue. But if anybody wants to read, I mean, we have a letter from one of the managers up there and said, hey, we understand that there's an ordinance and we need to abide by it. So, I mean, thank goodness somebody's looking out for it. But let me see here, we've had from September 1st, 2024 to September 5th, 2025, had responded to 61 residential false alarms and 139 business false alarms. So, there's something to say about it. I mean, we're sending people out quite often to do this, and I don't want to say a waste of time, because any alarms, worth checking into. But is it excessive? And so what are we going to do about that at that point? So with that's all I have.
If I recall, Mr. Ryder, those unintentional discharges were like on a national report.
Yes.
Not
Not
of our department.
We have not had an issue in our department, but that is a national report that says that platform for some reason is malfunctioning all of a sudden, and so we need to look into that. We don't want it to happen here, nationally, but we don't want that going. That's dangerous. So.
Right. 100%.
Wasn't that the same firearm they were using for the military? And there was a lot of controversy there?
It may have been. He didn't talk about that in the report, but 6 hour is, they service a lot of entities. So.
And I think there was maybe, Chief said it's maybe an opportunity for us to look at that ordinance.
Absolutely.
Concerning alarms.
Yes,
and
right.
So I think that's going to, in 2026, we'll take a look
we
at that.
will bring, I'm sure there'll be legislation one way or another to tighten that up or do whatever we need to do, so.
Mr. Martin.
Yeah, the question has become, the main concern is like, who's keeping track of this, and where does that administrative burden fall? And that has to play into it, right, or something. Because if you're keeping track of it, that's also an administrative burden that maybe not, the juice might not be worth the squeeze, We look at 139, well, those are spread over how many businesses and whatever, so.
Very good. All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that very much, Mr. Roberts. Reports of city officials, I kind of been with the proclamation, but I do want to remind everyone on this Thursday, the 18th at 6 o'clock in this very place, our swearing-in ceremony. I think Councilman Block and I will be out of town, but all the rest of us will be here and get you ready to serve 2 more years, a good Lord willing. So that's about all I have. Mr. Crum.
Thank you, sir.
Director of Finance.
The Councilman Martin really covered the fun part of everybody's day, financials, and we have some legislation about some year-end adjustments that I'll talk about then. But other than that, pretty much wrapping up the year type work going on in my department. That's all I have, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Crum. Are there any comments or questions for Mr. Crum? Mr. Eister is out of town here this evening. Mr. Joe Geis, project coordinator.
Thank you, Mayor. Just year-end stuff, finishing things up, we used to change order here in a little bit for the paving program. Our stormwater project out on State Street is set to be beginning here very soon. And just finishing year-end stuff.
Thank you, sir. Are there any comments or questions for Mr. Geis? On kind of, a little bit about roadways, but again, kudos to our street department, again, for doing an excellent job in this most recent snow event, and some of the best looking streets in Richland County are right here in Shelby, so we appreciate our department. New business, you do have in your packet for your future legislation there, the report from the Board of Revision of Assessments, so for your reference. Is there any other new business to be brought before council? Unfinished business, I think the smokestack again was covered in the utilities report, so I'm looking for more figures. We get some exact numbers to make an educated decision in 2026, hopefully. Any other unfinished business? All right, let's move on to legislation.
Ordinance number 35, 2025, vacating a portion of an alley running parallel between West Tucker Avenue and Earl Avenue within the city of Shelby, Richland County, Ohio.
Move for first reading.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Roberts and a second by Mr. Martin for the first reading of ordinance number 35, 2025. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Rob? Yea. Mr. Roberts?
Yea.
Mr. Cutler?
Yay.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin?
Yay.
Ordinance number 35, 2025 passed its first reading.
Ordinance number 36, 2025, amending ordinance number 8, 2025, annual appropriations and declaring an emergency.
Move that the rule requiring an ordinance to be read on 3 separate occasions be suspended.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Martin and a second by Mr. Roberts that the rule requiring that an ordinance be read on 3 separate occasions be suspended. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Rob? Yea. Mr. Roberts?
Yea.
Mr. Cutler?
Yay.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin?
Yay.
The motion to suspend passes.
Move the passage of the ordinance.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Martin and a second by Mr. Roberts for the passage of ordinance number 36, 2025. Discussion? Mr. Crum.
Thank you, sir. This looks like a lot. And a lot of these line items, I could adjust with the authority that council gave me with the appropriations amount. But I figured it was easiest to just get your guys' approval. Many of the line items are in here because income tax collections is up a little bit. So that's like all the transfers out of the 220 fund, those are all going into the various funds where they're supposed to, which we had to do because otherwise we get stuck with all that, and we didn't have to. We get stuck with a really high balance in the 220 fund at the end of the season. So this allows us to keep us at our normal balance in that fund by transferring everything out. A lot of these are little cleanup things. The economic development line, we got that's all the donations for the lighting. That's in there. We had some wage stuff. The 300 police 558 fund. You'll see this legislation and in the next one. I was talking with Chief Combs and our 2 new cruisers. We need to get some equipment for them, and because income tax collections is up a little bit, and we were able to finagle some stuff with some transfers, we were able to move things around so that he could go and get that stuff ordered. So that's why we increased those lines. And of course, some health stuff, or some wage stuff, because when I did appropriations, I was a little short when it came to the random 27th pay. And so there's more of that in the next legislation too. But that's what all of this is. I've gone over this with a fine-tooth comb, so fingers crossed, unless something comes out of nowhere, we will have to have a special meeting. Oh, I did contact the county and got our revenue budget adjusted for these amounts. So we are allowed to appropriate these.
Thank you, sir. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Rob?
Yay.
Mr. Roberts?
Yay.
Mr. Cutler?
Yay.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin?
Yay.
Ordinance number 36, 2025 passes.
Ordinance number 37, 2025, transferring appropriations for the year 2025 and declaring an emergency.
Move the rule requiring that an ordinance be read on 3 separate occasions be suspended.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Roberts, and was that you, Mr. Martin?
It was.
A second, okay, thank you. That the rule requiring that an ordinance be read on 3 separate occasions be suspended. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Rob?
Yay.
Mr. Roberts?
Yay.
Mr. Cutler?
Yay.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
And Mr. McLaughlin?
That motion to suspend passes.
Move for passage of the ordinance.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Roberts and a second by Mr. Martin for the passage of ordinance number 37, 2025. Discussion? Mr. Crum.
Thank you, sir. I know this one looks even worse, but this accomplished a few things. In the 200 fund, we had some truck breakdowns that we needed to get fixed. And so, otherwise we weren't having any plowing done. So I'd like to move some stuff around to get that truck back on the road. The 300 fund, that has to do with getting the police cruisers outfitted. The 400 and 500 funds, particularly the 500, you'll see a lot of the from section. We didn't have, those, we projected pretty close with our revenues. But both those funds have been really tight all year, especially 500. So I couldn't ask the county to increase our revenue budget because we're really about where we should be. So to cover that last payroll, I had to get really creative, especially with 500. It was, okay, well, here's $25, here's $30. So we made it. With this adjustment, we should be able to cover everything. I do have 2 typos that I noticed that if council would see fit, perhaps with unanimous consent. In the from section, there's a 500 MFG 520 sludge removal. That should be MTN, not MFG. And then almost down the bottom, there's a 500 OFC 485 maintenance autos. That should be 500 MTN 485. Because, well, the 2 lines that I put in legislation do not exist.
Is that Mike Tango Mike?
Correct. Or Mike Tango Nathan.
Oh, what was that second one, Mr. Crum?
Maintenance autos, it's the 4th one up from the bottom of the from section.
Okay. And that should be,
500 MTN 485. I appreciate that. I apologize for the inconvenience of that.
Mr. Martin.
Mayor, I'd like to make those 2 changes with unanimous consent.
All right, 2 changes by unanimous consent as were noted. 500 MFG would be 500 MTN 520, and then 4th up at the bottom, 500 OFC 485 would be 500 MTN 485. Any objections? There are no objections, those changes will be made as recorded. Any further discussion? This, I guess it's noted that this is the incumbent at 27th pay period in this year. Yeah, or
It actually goes a
How you
little
describe
bit
that?
further than that. Even though technically next year has 27 payrolls, our payroll provider takes the money out of our account several days before.
that's
So we're actually going to spend the money the 30th. So we effectively, even though the employees get 27 pays next year, we pay for them this year.
It's funky, sort of thing. Mr. Martin?
We made those changes in the front page, but the certificate still records the other, so can we get a verbal that the certificate is?
I actually brought one. I have an updated certificate with the legislation. Thank you for asking.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Rob? Yay. Mr. Roberts?
Yay.
Mr. Cutlip?
Yay.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin?
Yay.
Ordinance number 37, 2025 passes.
Ordinance number 38, 2025, creating temporary appropriations for the year 2026 and declaring an emergency.
Move the rule requiring that ordinance be read on 3 separate occasions be suspended.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Martin and a second by Mr. Roberts. An ordinance be read on 3 separate occasions be suspended. Full discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Rob?
Yay.
Mr. Roberts?
Yay.
Mr. Cutlip?
Yay.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin?
Yay.
That motion to suspend passes.
Move for passage of the ordinance.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Roberts and a second by Mr. Martin for the passage of ordinance number 38, 2025. Discussion? Mr. Crum.
Thank you, sir. This is essentially to allow us to continue to operate until appropriations are finished. So I took the normal expenses for the first portion of the year for each fund. I did increase the funds so that we could make our salt contract and get our road projects and increase the 300 fund to encumber a police cruiser and such earlier than appropriations if need be. But other than that, it's just pretty much operations to cover us until everything's passed.
Mr. Martin?
So did I hear that correct? So we do have the ability to do the police cruiser?
Yes.
Further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Rob?
Yay.
Mr. Roberts?
Yay.
Mr. Cutlip?
Yay.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin?
Yay.
Ordinance number 38, 2025 passes.
Resolution number 41, 2025, authorizing the mayor as director of public service to acquire rights of easement for the extension of a storm sewer line with Arm Realty LLC.
Move the resolution be taken up passed.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Roberts and a second by Mr. McLaughlin for the passage of resolution number 41, 2025. Discussion? Mr. Geis.
Thank you, Mayor. During when Buckeye Chrysler out here did their design, you can see here, they have the chambers underneath the ground. We're going to outlet out into this catch basin that was out on the road. This drainage system out here, no one has any records for, was put in who knows when. There's an old, probably old township even before 39 went to 5 lanes and so forth. Well, where I had this here, it actually, they thought it drained off back towards town. It actually drains back this way. It goes to Sulcher Park Creek. So, and what they would like to do is they were going to run a 12-inch back across here and have another little basin and then outlet into this line that's back here. So we talked about with them about having this become, since it does drain a big area of the roadway in the city, about having them increase that to a 15-inch, give the city an easement back to here with the intention of running the 15-inch all the way back to the creek at a later time so we can properly drain that area. So having this easement right now, they're going to go ahead and install this line back to here, and then in the future we can take it from there. But this would give us the easement later on, once it's installed, we'll have to have dedicated over to the city.
Thank you, sir. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Rob?
Yay.
Mr. Roberts?
Yay.
Mr. Cutlip?
Yay.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin?
Yay.
Resolution number 41, 2025 passes.
Resolution number 42, 2025, authorizing the mayor as Director of Public Service to enter into contract change order with Kocing Construction Company, Inc. for the 2025 paving and curb ramp installation project in the amount of $6,137.18 as an increase in declaring an emergency.
Move the resolution be taken as passed.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Robertson, and a second by Mr. Martin for the passage of resolution number 42, 2025. Discussion? Mr. Geis.
This is just equalizing the different line items. Some of the main ones is a little bit more on the paving. Evidently, I need to go back to geometry class for doing circles. Some of that is. There were some other catch basins we had rebuilt. Up by the Legion, they had their sump pump dumped out right on the roads. We hadn't put a catch basin in, and we put it in. But anyhow, it's just a few of those and nothing big there. So.
Mr. Martin.
Don't feel too bad. Pie gets everybody, so it's all right.
Cake or square? Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Rob?
Yay.
Mr. Roberts?
Yay.
Mr. Cutler?
Yay.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Rockland?
Yay.
Resolution number 42, 2025 passes. Come to miscellaneous businesses and miscellaneous business to be brought before council. Mr. Roberts.
We want, maybe not miscellaneous business, I didn't mention during my safety report that tomorrow we will be doing our volunteer firefighters dependent fund board meetings and volunteer peace officer dependent fund, so those will be ready to go before they have to be.
It's good to hear. Thank you. Any other miscellaneous business? Mr. Martin.
As is my tradition, just like to wish everyone a wonderful holiday season and most of all, Merry Christmas. As we gather with family and friends around this time, I always feel it incumbent to remind everyone that the reason for the season is truly the greatest gift given to all of us, and that is Emmanuel, God with us. That He actually came in the form of a child and a human so that you could experience all the things that we experience. And with great empathy and sympathy, eventually leads to Easter, dying for our sins. And so, as we gather around, let us all remember it's not about the gifts and not about the trinkets and the toys. It's about the truly greatest gift that was bestowed upon all of us. So, with that, Merry Christmas.
Amen. Thank you. Mr. Martin.
And with that, Mayor, I would counsel adjournment.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Martin and a second by Mr. McLaughlin for adjournment. Roll call, please.
Mr. Rob?
Yay.
Mr. Roberts?
Yay.
Mr. Cutler?
Yay.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Rockland?
Yay.
That motion passes. We adjourn at 7:47. Thank you, gentlemen. Great year.
That's a great airplane.